Hi, it's Beep here, and this morning I'm going to be making some ginger wine. I'm making 2 gallons, so everything's double up. I'll show you my ingredients and we'll go from there. I like to use about 5 inches of ginger. This is the type of ginger. I've chopped it all up. Don't forget, this is for, I won't be using this one, that's just to show you. But I've chopped my ginger up. Also going to be using an orange and a lemon, but they don't go in straight away, and some raisins to help feed the yeast. So I've got also some sugar, and then I've got the water, which is 8 pints in here because I'm making 2 gallons. Now I'm going to put it on the boil. I've now got the ginger in here in the saucepan, and once it's boiling I'll let it boil for about half an hour. I don't want it too strong, but I don't like my ginger wine too weak either. I boiled the ginger and in the water for 45 minutes because it sterilizes it as well before we put it into the demijohn. So then once it stopped boiling, I added orange and lemon and the raisins, and the raisins are added because ginger naturally hasn't got enough occurring sugar, and the raisins will sustain the yeast through the fermentation process. So this is all added. Now I'm going to add the sugar. Lost my spoon, haha. Don't forget, I'm making 2 gallons here, 2 demijohns. This is 1 kilo of sugar. This is caster sugar, and it looks a huge volume. Just trying to clean it up. And another granulated one. I'm using caster sugar because we bought a 25 kilo bag. It wasn't the best quality, so I wouldn't buy that again. So you stir it, and I'm going to let this soak overnight, and then put in the demijohns tomorrow. But keep stirring to make sure that the sugar is dissolved. We're now going to pour it through the sieve so that all the bits come out, and then I'll put it in the demijohns. We decided to leave some raisins in there to help fermentation, and now Mark's pouring half in one demijohn and half in another, and then we'll fill it up with water and add the yeast. I've been using Lelvin yeast, and this one I'm going to use half in one and half in the other demijohn. I've added the airlocks, and now they're going to just stand in the windowsill like these. And I've shaken them so that it will activate the yeast. It's funny how each one is a slightly different colour. Fill up the airlock, and then they're ready. Right, and then they're going to be standing there fermenting for several weeks until they stop, and then we will rack them off and put them in a darker room. They're both bubbling now. They start bubbling within an hour or two. The right one was slower, but Mark said I hadn't pushed the cork down enough. So if yours isn't bubbling straight away, check that you've pushed the cork in properly, because if you don't, it doesn't bubble, but it looks quite nicely. You see the movement of the raisins. So happy. You can see them. You can see the bubbles here. And there you can see the raisins sort of come up and then come down.